Picture this. You're at the Met Gala, right? Cameras flashing, diamonds dripping. And then, bam, someone takes a tumble down those iconic stairs in a cloud of tulle and regret.
Oof, yeah.
We've all seen those viral moments. And let's be honest, some celebs just aren't known for their grace.
Right.
But what about those women who just seem to float through life with this effortless elegance and confidence?
Yeah.
We're diving into the habits that make them shine based on this awesome article. Timeless habits of women who exude grace and confidence.
It's like they have this secret sauce, right? And the good news is it's not about being born with a silver spoon or perfect genes.
Right.
This article breaks down how these habits are totally learnable, and honestly, they're backed by some fascinating research.
Totally. Like anyone can cultivate that aura of grace and confidence, even if you've tripped over your own feet once or twice.
Oh, for sure.
No judgment. The article dives deep into body language first, calling it the science of poise.
I love that.
I love that it's not just about looking pretty. It's about the power we hold in how we carry ourselves.
It's wild how much our nonverbal cues impact how others perceive us, and even how we feel about ourselves. Remember Dr. Amy Cuddy's work on power posing?
Yes.
Turns out standing tall, even for a few minutes, can actually lower stress hormones and make you feel more confident.
Wow.
So imagine walking into a big meeting, shoulders back, head held high. You're literally changing your body chemistry to command that room.
It's like faking it till you make it, but with science on your side.
Right.
And on the flip side, if you're always slumped over or fiddling with your hair, you're sending the message that you're not sure of yourself.
Totally.
Think about the people you instantly respect or find captivating. I bet they hold themselves with this quiet strength like they own their space.
Exactly. It's about owning your presence, which ties beautifully into the next habit, speaking with intention.
Oh, that's good.
The article talks about how women who exude grace choose their words carefully and don't rush what they have to say. There's a fascinating study from the University of Pennsylvania that found speaking clearly and thoughtfully makes people perceive you as more intelligent and trustworthy.
It's so true. Have you ever noticed how some people just command attention when they speak? They're not necessarily the loudest in the room, but when they do speak, it's like everyone leans in.
Yeah.
The article mentions that even just pausing before you speak makes a huge difference.
That pause is golden. It makes you appear more thoughtful, like you're weighing your words.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, it gives you a moment to make sure what you're about to say actually contributes to the conversation. Which, let's be honest, is a skill we could all use a little more of.
Totally. It prevents those awkward moments where you blurt something out and instantly wish you could take it back.
Speaking of intentionality, the article also dives into the power of signature style. It's like a confident woman knows what works for her and sticks to it.
Yes. And it's not about wearing the same outfit every day, but about finding your personal uniform that reflects your personality and makes you feel amazing.
Psychologists call it reducing decision fatigue. The more decisions you have to make throughout the day, the more mentally drained you become.
So true. Having a go-to style just simplifies things. It's like, you look good, you feel good, and you can focus your energy on, actually conquering the world instead of stressing over what to wear.
Exactly. The article uses Audrey Hepburn and Grace Kelly as examples. Their consistent style beyond being iconic made them instantly recognizable. They weren't chasing trends, they defined them.
Okay, next up is a habit that honestly doesn't get enough credit, the power of listening. The article emphasizes how graceful women are exceptional listeners. It's like in a world obsessed with everyone shouting their opinions, they understand that truly hearing someone is a superpower.
There's something so magnetic about someone who really listens, isn't there?
Right.
Like they're not just waiting for their turn to speak, they're fully present.
Right.
It actually makes you feel seen and valued. Research from Harvard shows that active listening is a cornerstone of building strong relationships and trust.
It's like, think about the people you truly enjoy being around. I bet they make you feel heard, like your thoughts and feelings matter. And it's not just about being silent. It's about engaging, asking questions, and really reflecting on what the other person is saying.
Then you know what? Sometimes listening attentively can actually be more impressive than anything you could say. It shows a level of self-awareness and respect that speaks volumes.
So true.
Speaking of being present, the article dives into emotional mastery as a core habit of graceful women. It's like, imagine this. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Do you lean on the horn, slip the bird, and let that rage fester? Or do you take a breath, shrug it off, and move on with your day?
Ooh, that's such a good point. It's like graceful women don't let those little annoyances derail their whole vibe. They've mastered the art of responding, not reacting.
Exactly. And this isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about managing them in a way that empowers you. Research on emotional intelligence shows that people who can regulate their emotions are seen as more mature and dependable.
It's like they have this inner calm that nothing can shake. And the article suggests practical ways to build the skill, like mindfulness techniques, deep breathing exercises, even meditation.
Those tools are game changers. They help you create space between the trigger and your response so you can choose how you want to react instead of being hijacked by emotions.
Okay, this next one is a bit controversial, but I kind of love it. Cultivating mystery. The article talks about how graceful women understand the power of holding back, of not revealing everything about themselves right away.
It's like the less is more approach applied to your persona. And you know what? There's actually some evolutionary psychology behind this. Studies show that humans are wired to be curious about the unknown. When someone doesn't reveal everything immediately, it sparks our intrigue, makes us want to learn more.
It's so true. Think about your favorite characters in books or movies, the ones that really stay with you. Often they have this air of mystery, like there's always more beneath the surface.
Exactly. It's not about being secretive or playing games, but about being selective with what you share and when. It's about owning your narrative and revealing yourself at your own pace.
Okay, shifting gears to something a bit more heartwarming. Gratitude. The article calls it a glow up from the inside out, and I couldn't agree more.
Because it's true, isn't it? When you're genuinely grateful for the good things in your life, it radiates outward. And the research backs this up. Studies from UC Berkeley show that practicing gratitude can increase happiness, reduce stress, and even improve your relationships.
It's like when you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, it shifts your whole perspective. You're not taking things for granted, you're appreciating the little things.
And that sense of contentment is so powerful. It creates this inner peace that people are drawn to. The article suggests keeping a gratitude journal, writing down a few things you're thankful for each day.
Such a simple practice, but it can really make a difference. You know what? I think gratitude is also a key ingredient in developing strong self-confidence.
Absolutely. When you appreciate yourself and your accomplishments, it naturally boosts your self-esteem. And that self-assurance is definitely a cornerstone of grace.
Okay, let's talk about something that might seem a little old-fashioned, but I think it's making a comeback: manners. The article emphasizes that good manners never go out of style.
They're timeless. And I think in today's world where everyone's so focused on themselves, common courtesy can really set you apart.
Totally. It's about being considerate of others, respecting their time and space. And honestly, good manners can make you seem more intelligent and likable.
There's actually research to support that. Studies show that people who are polite and considerate are perceived as more competent and trustworthy.
It makes sense, right? Like when someone holds the door open for you or says please and thank you, it just leaves a positive impression.
It shows you value other people, which in turn makes you more valuable in their eyes. It's a simple equation, but it works.
All right, let's talk about something that's crucial for cultivating true confidence: self-care. The article really emphasizes that graceful women prioritize taking care of themselves, whether it's through exercise, skincare, healthy eating, or mental health practices.
It's about recognizing that you're worthy of investing in. And the American Psychological Association has done tons of research showing the link between self-care and emotional resilience. When you take care of your physical and mental well-being, you're better equipped to handle stress and challenges.
It's like filling your own cup first so you can pour into others. You can't radiate confidence and grace if you're running on empty. And you know what? I think self-care is also a form of self-respect.
Absolutely. It's about honoring your needs and making your well-being a priority. And that self-respect shines through in everything you do. It's like an inner glow that attracts good things into your life.
Okay, last but definitely not least, the article talks about the importance of lifelong learning. It's like graceful women are never done growing and evolving. They're curious about the world and always seeking out new knowledge and experiences.
And a Pew Research Center study actually found that people who engage in lifelong learning report higher levels of satisfaction and confidence in their lives.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
The more you learn, the more you realize how much there is to discover. Keeps your mind sharp, expands your horizons, and honestly, it's just plain fun.
And it doesn't have to be about formal education. It could be taking a cooking class, learning a new language, listening to podcasts like this one, or simply reading books on topics that fascinate you.
The key is to never stop being curious, to always be open to learning and growing. So we've covered a ton of ground here, from power posing like a boss to embracing the art of mystery. But here's the thing I find most interesting about all these habits.
Uh-huh.
They're not just about looking good or impressing others. They're about cultivating this inner strength and self-assurance that just radiates outward.
It's like all these habits work together to create this aura of grace and confidence that's truly magnetic. And it's not about being perfect or fitting into some mold. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. And that's a journey that looks different for everyone.
Totally. And the article wraps up with this awesome list of practical tips, like a cheat sheet for cultivating grace and confidence in everyday life.
I love a good actionable tip. Let's dive in.
Okay, so the first one is all about posture. They call it the daily posture check. And honestly, I need this. The article suggests using a posture corrector app as a reminder to stand tall throughout the day.
Those apps are actually pretty helpful. It's like having a little digital fairy on your shoulder saying, chin up, buttercup.
Yeah.
But beyond just looking more confident, good posture can actually boost your mood and energy levels.
It's amazing how much our physical state impacts our mental state. Next up is mindful communication. It's about pausing before you speak, taking a moment to choose your words intentionally.
That pause can be a game changer. It prevents those impulsive blurts we all regret later and allows you to really connect with what you want to say.
It's about quality over quantity, speaking with purpose, and honestly just avoiding foot and mouth moments. The article also emphasizes the importance of a wardrobe audit, which basically means figuring out your signature style and making sure your clothes fit you perfectly.
I love that. It's about creating a wardrobe that makes you feel confident and amazing every time you step into a room. It simplifies your life and just makes you feel more put together.
Totally. And then, of course, we have to mention the gratitude practice again. The article suggests ending each day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for.
Such a simple but powerful practice. It rewires your brain to focus on the good stuff and just cultivates a more positive outlook.
Okay, this next one is for anyone who tends to get a little stressed. It's breathing exercises. Basically, learning how to use your breath to calm your nervous system and stay composed in any situation.
Deep breathing is like a superpower. It helps slow your heart rate, regulate your emotions, and honestly, it's something you can do anytime, anywhere.
And then we have active listening, which we touched on earlier, but it's so important. The article suggests really focusing on the speaker during conversations, asking clarifying questions and summarizing their points to show that you're truly engaged.
It's about making the other person feel heard and valued, which honestly is a gift in itself.
All right, this next one is a bit more fun. Signature fragrance. The article talks about finding a perfume that reflects your personality and creates a lasting impression.
I love this one. Our sense of smell is so powerful, and having a signature scent can add this extra layer of sophistication and make you feel more confident.
Next up is weekly self-care ritual. It's about carving out time each week to do something just for you, a spa night, a nature walk, whatever makes you feel refreshed and recharged.
The self-care is not selfish, it's essential. It's about honoring your needs and prioritizing your well-being so you can show up as your best self.
And then we have a tip that might seem a little introspective, but I think it's super valuable. Emotional reflection journal. The article suggests writing about your emotional responses to situations to gain more self-awareness.
This is all about understanding your triggers and patterns so you can respond to challenges with more grace and composure.
And finally, we have lifelong learning goal, which is about committing to learning something new each week, whether it's through a book, a course, or even just exploring a new topic online.
It's about keeping your mind sharp, staying curious, and embracing the fact that learning is a lifelong journey.
So there you have it, a whole toolkit of practical tips to cultivate grace and confidence.
And the beauty is you don't have to do everything at once. Just start with 1 or 2 habits that resonate with you and see how they make you feel.
It's all about progress, not perfection. Right?
Absolutely. And I think the most important takeaway is this grace and confidence aren't about trying to be someone you're not. It's about embracing your authentic self and letting your unique light shine.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you with this question. What one habit from all the ones we discussed today could you start practicing today to boost your grace and confidence?
It could be something as simple as standing a little taller, taking a deep breath before you speak, or writing down 3 things you're grateful for.
No matter how small the step, it's a step in the right direction.
And remember, we're here to cheer you on every step of the way. We'd love to hear what resonates with you and how you're incorporating these habits into your life. Share your thoughts and experiences with us on social media using the hashtag #TimelessGrace.
Until next time, keep shining.